Hello and welcome, this is Gunner, and we're back with some more BattleTech. Since the last video, I have done some things off camera. I was able to pick up some decent mech warriors from the hiring hall here. The first one is, I think this is supposed to be pronounced Chiron, so I'm going to go with that. And we also have Roller, and this one I'm really happy to have found, because Roller is going to have 2 abilities already assigned and pretty good gunnery skills, so she will make a good support pilot, perhaps. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the contract here, and we're going to sign. And that's going to be Pride and Vanity. And it's going to be a battle and Badlands situation. All right, so heat will be a little bit of a problem. But let's negotiate. We kind of need the money, but I'm going to go a little heavier on the salvage. At 4.5 skulls, we may get some more assault class mechs, which I feel like we need. So let's hope for the best on that. I am going to make a switch here in my lineup. I'm going to remove the quick draw, and I'm going to replace it with the grasshopper. I did do some final touches on the grasshopper to get it ready to go, and I would like to test it out to see how it's going to do. So there we go. Let's get up my tonnage just a little bit. Now the Orion, I don't know if I saw enough of it to really decide on whether it's better than having the catapult in our lineup. So for now, I'm going to keep it in the Lance, but we don't need Behemoth here anymore. We want Jalopy because she's back. So yeah, I'm not sure if the Orion is better than the catapult. You know, there's strengths and weaknesses for both. The big advantage of the catapult is the maneuverability of my lance, which I quite like. So now that Jalopy's back, I am tempted to put the catapult back in here. Yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it. Just the style I play, and if I'm going to test out one mech, I'd like it to just be one mech and not, you know, more than that. But the Orion's going to be a good backup. If that's what this campaign is going to have ahead of us, I think it will be a good mech for Behemoth to pilot in particular. All right, let's go ahead and deploy. All right, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
Commander, you've reached the pirate family's territory. Be on the lookout for reinforcements. We need to eliminate all enemy forces that take to the field. Don't be complacent. If the mechs look a little worse for wear, they can still kill you. Okay, so
this place isn't so bad.
We have 2 attributes there, family and pirate. So family, I think, usually says that the mechs are not going to be in the best repair, from what I've seen in the past.
Time to fly.
Embrace. Get you going in behind this. Well, you know what? Honestly, go with the jump. That doesn't get you really any further. So.
Move order received.
Well, looks like we are better off with sprinting despite the terrain. Now let's get through this terrain now while it's asshole. So the loadout for this grasshopper, it's all energy weapons. We have 2 large lasers. One's upgraded for extra damage, the other one is not. I did have another upgraded large laser, but that went into the Thunderbolt. I could always remove that so that we have more firepower for this mech if we end up liking it. A lot of its weapons are stock, so if we do like it, we can increase its capabilities. But as far as, you know, it does 90 damage here plus another 75, so that's not too bad. I don't know if the quick draw did more than that or not, but it's also going to have fairly good armor. It is going to be slower, though, than the quick draw, so there are compromises being made. We'll test it out, we'll see what we think of it. That makes me kind of feel like we have a lot of enemy that is waiting for us here. If they're going to be clear up there, I think we can get away with a sprint here. I would like to get up
On my way.
on that if I can. You can jump up to there. That will be a heck of a lot quicker than you jump here.
Engaging jump jets.
Brace. You can sprint up.
I copy.
Okay. Well, we still haven't encountered the enemy.
Got it.
Gotta be getting close. There we go.
We got bad guys.
See what kind of information we have. 80-ton mech, so we are getting assault class mechs. That's good. Jump in here.
Lifting off.
Race. We'll look for a flank here.
On the move.
Though honestly, I think the Battlemaster probably should have stayed and protected the support mix, but they've got the maneuverability to back out, which is kind of the reason why I like the catapult over the Orion. The Orion is nice, it has a lot of firepower, but that maneuverability of the catapult is pretty key if you're going to do the kind of strategy I usually implement, which is the fighting retreat.
Waiting for the shots.
Commander?
See what our sensor range is looking like. So, may be able, through jumping, that looks pretty darn close. I think that's in range. If it's not going to be in range, I'll be somewhat disappointed, but
I copy.
it sure looks like it's in range. They have another target if it's not. Honestly, the vehicle makes more sense to target. Because it's not going to have the ability to guard. And that's why I think that. So, especially if it's a demolisher,
Got a sensor lock.
not, but if it was, then taking that out early would be a good idea. Okay, well, they're all on the assault schedule.
Yes, Commander.
A chance to hit 90%, that's not too bad. I'll go for that. You only have cover from the train, so I'll fire both LRMs here. Right now, it's the only attack we've got, so. Okay.
I hear ya.
Well. We have the ability to jump up anywhere. Well, we could get vision. I don't know if that's a good... Really want to wait until this guy goes, but I have a feeling they're going to be able to delay me enough so that he won't go. So, in this regard, then the LRM-20 is the best shot we're going to get, so... Alright, yeah, they were able to hold these units so that I will not be able to go in and attack them easily. So, because I can't, I think it's best for me to just move up a bit. I can get away with jump jets, I think, this turn. So if I want to get good evasion, I can jump in here. And then brace, give myself some protection. I just hate
Engaging jump
wasting a
jets.
turn here and not doing anything with so many of my mechs. Direct PPC is going to run away. Me. Alright, we do have a 100-ton mech, so getting more salvage is actually going to be possibly beneficial. I really hope that's another king crab. Give me another chance at that. Okay, we have vision. I don't know who he sees. Is there a way to... No, there isn't a way to tell that. Well, I mean, clearly one of these two is giving vision.
Ready for orders.
I don't think he sees me in return. Unless he's seeing the Battle Master. We can reserve here. Guess we'll find out soon enough if we get some LRMs coming our way. So far, so good. Right. Well, now we're at that phase where I have to make a decision here. I think whatever I pick is going to be somewhat of a problem, because they just have so many things going on this initiative scale. You can't really take advantage of the computer like I'm used to. Well, I guess we'll just take this one easy. Oh, is that where the vision is coming from? It is. Dang. Or Victor. You haven't gone yet either. What I could try and do
Orders.
is jump. Go after the PPC carrier. Keep hitting it. Try and divert their attention a little bit. I will use vigilance here, just give us a little bit of cover. I mean, the grasshopper has good enough armor. I mean, that's kind of why we picked it, so... Throw everything at it. Now, Jalopy is the obvious one here. We're gonna multi-target. You are going to be A, E, and I'm going to sling the lesser damage that way.
Firing on multiple enemies.
I'm going to go ahead and pick away at this guy. Now, 100 tons, there are not that many mechs in this game that are 100 tons. So it's either going to be a King Crab or it's going to be an Atlas. It has to be one or the other. That's kind of a bummer. We can try and finish it off here. Glitch.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So I can multi-target here. You're going to be A and B. Do we sling everything here? Because we would be throwing away some of our damage if I do that. But we are close enough to take advantage of it. Yeah, sure, what the hell.
Got it.
I never really want to get this dead, so it doesn't fire at me. There we go. I feel like we probably should have had that already, but... Okay. I'm missing, unfortunately, some of this damage. I think we hit with most of our weapons. So, unfortunately, I'm still in a pattern here where not really able to push the action without exposing myself to reprisal. Because I have to move up to have any chance of doing any damage to him. And he's got guard up right now, which is not ideal. I'm also worried that this may be... If it's an Atlas, that's not good. If it's a King Crab, that's not good. If it gets close enough to me, it can open up on me. I mean, both of them have AC-20s, both Atlases and... So probably the ideal here is keep my distance. We're going to use Vigilance. And hit this guy at the pretty much the extreme of my range. Because otherwise I don't do anything for another turn, so... Nah. I mean, eventually as we wipe out the enemy, this will happen less and less.
All weapons committed.
But this is the variant that doesn't have a lot of armor, which it may be. Can't check that right now. I can't really tell with that what that is. That may have only been another M15. If that's the case, then it is more likely a King Crab. Because the Atlas has a LRM-20. Okay, well, we're back around. Reserve?
Reserving action.
Reserve. We do have 2 heavy mechs. Okay, well, definitely we want to hit the Victor while we can, so it's out of range though, because I put myself at that bare minimum, so not probably wise to move here. Jalopy should hit.
Orders.
For sure. Hit and try and do damage to the Victor before he gets a chance to go.
On it. Solid connection on that one.
Alright. Let's now reserve. Don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go. That's coming from the side.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace.
Really?
Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Oh, whatever it is, it's out of sensor range. So
Good to go.
we can remove their vision. The ideal. Let's just open up here and try and do as much damage as we possibly can.
Got it.
Come closer. Ah, you pansy! Put yourself out in the open, though. Maybe in... Yeah, you are in range. Thank you for that. Alright.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Okay. So, I can just do a normal move here. We don't have to sprint. Or, I'm sorry, jump. And I am going to come over this way, because the enemy is coming from that direction. We'll kind of keep an eye on that. Oh, well, this guy still is not gone, which makes the situation for my grasshopper a little dicey, but... if we come here, I don't think the king crab will have a direct line of sight on me, so it may not be able to... I mean, it's hard to argue, to say for sure. We know we'll have the initiative advantage next turn, so we can get out of here if we want to.
Roger that.
But yeah, I mean, I want to do some damage here.
Roger.
This Victor's definitely hurting. There goes all its firepower, so I think we could probably ignore it from here on out.
Reporting.
It is annoying from the standpoint that it is taking up initiative order, which means that it's going to be harder to get the drop on things like this. It's definitely a king crab. I can just barely make it out from here, but I'm fairly certain that's a king crab just from the silhouette. That's a king crab. Yep, it is. All right, cool. I mean, it's still a major threat, of course, but kind of in a situation now where, for one, I'm going to reserve. They still have that vision. But now more from the front, though, with their attack. We don't want to keep eating those shots, though, if I can avoid it. I'm very likely to get the kill here, so I'm going to go for it. Maybe it's an overkill, but I just want it to be dead, so we don't have to worry about its turn messing up our initiative.
Come on, mech warriors! It's go time!
I am curious, who is giving vision
Yes, Commander.
to King Crab? Oh, it's clearly not the grasshopper giving vision, because we still have it with movement. I feel like we have to go for a flank on the king crab, so I'm going to try and do that. I feel like if I sit still, the king crab will hit me rather hard. So you don't want it to do that. I'm a little concerned, though, that this is not going to break line of sight well enough. All right, we'll go with this. Going to be a turn where I'm not doing damage, unfortunately. But I don't really have a better move. We do need time to cool off. So, not the end of the world. We'll sensor lock them just to make sure.
Sensors locked on.
Yeah. Not a fan of that, but I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do about it.
What can I do for you?
Because it's the king crab that sees me. We do not want the king crab to hit me, though. So... now who... oh yeah, we got the sensor lock. I was going to say, now who's giving vision? All right. We'll jump back. Go into cover. I don't think I'm going to use vigilance. That should break the vision. I didn't really double check that, but I'd be very surprised to find out otherwise.
Time to die!
I really don't want our Highlander to continue to get hit like that. There's still too many enemy, and they're able to take advantage of that, unfortunately. They're over here somewhere. I really don't want to stand toe-to-toe with a king crab at short range. And my mech's short range, so... you know, I think this is going to be the turn we cool off. Sit tight.
Stabilizing. Engaging coolant system.
I mean, the AI is doing the right thing. They're moving the unit that is in danger last, which is the way that you should do it. Reserve. Oh. Again, the best move here is to flank the King Crab, but I can't let the King Crab get me either, though, so... I'm gonna jump here. I don't think it will be able to get vision on me, and we'll sensor lock it.
Firing jump jets.
Staying at distance is the best course of action. If the enemy doesn't have... Hello. This is probably one of the things that's hitting me. Yeah, let's go after these things.
Got a lock.
Demolisher, so that's not really what we're looking for. But it does remove one thing that is, you know, gonna... Well, it goes at the number 2 phase, so not really gonna benefit me too much.
Standing by.
It's still not a bad shot.
Affirmative.
Pick away at the Demolisher. Demolisher is definitely a threat that we want to deal with. What cover is it in right now? Must be in one of those dust storms or whatever. $595. Alright, so first time we're facing a 95-ton mech.
I hear ya.
And I kind of don't want to do this, but I feel like if I don't do this, we're never going to get anywhere, so I will use Vigilance to protect myself.
Coordinates received.
Hello, King Crab. Once. Yeah, it's causing me more morale because of her low spirits. Multi-target. Gonna be everything else. We go with everything else in this situation? Sure, why not?
Uh-huh.
Probably gonna miss some of the action. But... Right. Oh, no, it actually switched over fast enough.
They've got a lock on me.
Since they're locked, the catapult. Interesting. I mean, it's not moving, but it does allow the enemy to do something. So I don't have another vigilance because of how much morale that sucked. Really don't want to take full damage from an AC 5, though. At AC 5, I'm an AC 20. Where I so wish I had some cover or something. Use. Just to reduce that damage a little bit. I know evasion doesn't count for anything. This thing will just light me up. And my damage isn't going to be significant because he's got guard, so... this is so frustrating. I think I gotta sprint over here. Try and go for the positioning at the very least. I was hoping I'd have enough morale to get vigilance up, but I forgot about glitch and that nonsense. So maybe the better move would have been not have the line of sight. King Crab is backing off. Oh, please don't tell me you've got line of sight. Oh, you bastard. Oh, and of course he hit. Oh.
Took a hard hit there.
Yeah. Oh, we'll be able to make him pay, I think. Maybe.
Yes, Commander.
This is just as frustrating combat for me because I have to keep playing this this game where I'm trying to dodge the line of sight.
Up high.
And I need to sensor lock so we have the vision of the crab.
I've got a sensor.
As much as
lock.
I'd like to take out the...
They've got a lock on me.
Oh, of course they do. Okay, well, we gotta do as much damage as we can then,
Waiting for orders.
while it's out in the open.
Got it.
It is running hot because that was a lot of weapons I fired.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, it's gonna run away. I can still get the missiles off, and I think many of the other mechs have missiles too, so we're gonna be getting hit quite a bit here on the Grasshopper. And I'm unlikely to get in range of anything this turn, so we'll just move up into cover. Maybe not the wisest move, because the King Crab may be able to get me, but brace up. I know they have the LRM-15s. They've been hitting with me, with them before.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
This is turning out to be a fairly frustrating battle, I would say. You got for me. Wonder if that's a Banshee. Well, I think there's only two 95-ton mechs in this game, a Banshee and a Highlander. I could be wrong on that, but no LRMs kind of makes me think that that is a Banshee. Well, at this point, they shouldn't be able to see me. The King Crab backed off, which makes that more likely.
We've got an unknown on sensors.
Enemy has a tendency to
Waiting for the right move.
not really go after you unless it's got a sensor lock, so... which we need
Standing by.
to be able to do anything now, so... yeah, this is just frustrating. Until I whittle down their numbers, I really can't do much to attack without putting myself at severe risk of being murdered by a king crab. And with them outnumbering me like this, you know, charging in there and trying to kill the king crab is not, that's just going to be suicide. They have the numbers on their side. Oh, let's hit him while he's standing still.
Commander. Roger. That hit something good. Waiting on you,
So in this
Commander.
case, what does the most ability damage? 40. Then 2 per, so it's going to be the same. So what does more damage? It's going to be the LRM-5. But the rifle has the better chance to hit. I'm going to still go with the missile system here. Oh, because he did guard, he took all the unsteady that we had on him. Hey, we got a crit on the LRM-15, that's good.
Wonder where that came from.
Really looking forward, though, to getting a King Crab, if I can get one. Oh, hello.
I've been sensor locked.
There's a 90-ton mech. We've seen that yet. It was hiding off over that way. Okay. Well, there's only one mech on my side still to go. Do I have vigilance up? I do. Well, I say that. They have mechs, I think. That I can't see. But in this case, this is a good time, I think, to go in and hit the King Crab. And then we will use vigilance to protect ourselves, because we know that there are other enemies out there that we just see. So, good idea. King Crab's already gone, so fire away.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
I was hoping you know, it'd be nice if I got more head hits, but of course the game's not going to make it easy on me. Okay, that was a PPC and autocannon. Am I wrong? Is that? Oh no, that still could be a Banshee with that kind of weaponry. Alright, well, we're back around to the top of the order. And
Ready for orders.
really, honestly, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I could try and go for another sensor lock of my opponent. Of course, we know that they'll retaliate by sensor locking me. So it's kind of risky to do that. We could jump in here and break direct line of sight.
Roger.
Then I'll sensor lock, I don't know who. I mean, we already have vision of the King Crab, so that's fine. But you're 85, 5. I don't think you're in sensor range. So really down to
Sensors locked on.
ooh, a stalker. I definitely want that. That's what's been hitting me with all these LRMs. Stalkers have a ton of firepower at their disposal. Yeah, pretty scary stuff. Well, before we lose the vision,
Receiving you.
let's multi-target here. And we'll go with U as A and U as B, and B will be the lesser damage. Well, Stalkers don't have
Confirmed.
a lot of armor for their tonnage, but they still have pretty good armor, so it's going to be tough. They have better armor than a Victor, for example. So I think we're going to have a tougher fight on our hands here than we... And by the way, it said that these the enemy would be beat up. I haven't seen a single one of these guys have reduced armor. So I don't know really what they're talking about with that. But in any case, I think we're going to go ahead and put a cut in the video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.